it's VJ.
It's James.
And this is
a sip
and a shot shooters. And we are back. I have a shooter that I have been waiting for several days to talk about. And that is being a strict girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you want to give the background story? Or do you want me to
Nope.
give the background story?
Mom's the word.
Mom ain't my word. Before we jump in,
messed up on this episode.
We have sangria, frozen sangria.
Yep.
We use the Kirkland sangria. We doctored it up. We had to do a little sip and a shot remix. Also, check out our TikTok. We have a TikTok now, guys. And cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all the things we wish we had. You okay?
Sorry. Yeah, in the mirror of the thing, it looks like my shirt is open.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I was like, boops.
You're tucked away.
Mm-hmm.
So, while she's sipping on that, a couple weeks ago, we went to a friend's house.
Yeah.
And the friend of the friend's girlfriend.
I'm just gonna leave it at, a lot of people have some people are strict girlfriends or strict boyfriends.
What do you think about that?
That's
long story short, she didn't want him to go out with his guy friends. He had just had a big moment in his life.
It's a messy episode.
She just had been messy as of late, but whatever. Who gonna say something to me? It's not James, it's me. So who gonna say something to me? I ain't think so. So she didn't want him to go out.
Social media clip is gonna be very fake. Say that right now.
It can be as vague as you want it to be.
Oh, it will be. The joys of being an editor.
She didn't want him to go out with his guy friends.
No.
And it was so funny because the way that they filed back, like, first off, he had to ask for permission. And then one of them came back and he was like, watch, all of them, they about to file in here like dominoes. And we're like, what happened? He was like, she walked up to the circle like, what's going on? What's popping? Because she didn't want him to go out. And you weren't over there.
No.
But before she walked outside, she said, are we 20 or are we 30 years old? Like, you got to do this every weekend. First off, sis, it ain't been every weekend because it's been a pandemic. Like, it's been a pandemic, so it hasn't been every
the messiest shooter ever had.
And then they say about she was outside, but like James always says, it pays to just kind of like chill to the back and like, watch stuff.
That is my rule all the time. If you feel like you go out and you miss stuff, sit to the side and get your little drink.
I feel like I miss stuff because I'm always in the mix. But I'm gonna really try to not be in the mix.
Well, I've been doing that since I was a young kid. You get yourself your little drink, maybe it's juice, maybe it got a little more than juice in it, and you sit over to the side and you just be quiet. And so, I said that before about going to my guy friend's house. I mean, like, you sit there and you sit back.
I sat there and I smoked some hookah, and I was the only one in there. I was like, sis, what is the big damn deal? So then I thought, I don't know if Jamie really gonna talk on this episode because she's being crazy, but
not being crazy. Not being crazy.
Do you not want to talk about
Keep it cute. No, I got stuff to say. I'm not going to talk about that group in particular.
It was just weird to me because, I don't know, I like seeing men together. I think men fellowshipping with each other is a beautiful thing because it brings out a different side. Like Black Boy Joy, men need, like grown men need that as well. They need to be able to laugh with their friends and joke with their friends.
Yeah, and have just a moment to like
things
release.
With their friends.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, well, Veronica, do you think, because one of our guy friends said, well, all the single women don't, like, they're like, well, what's the problem? I don't get it. And all the girls who are in, or women who are in relationships, they're like, yeah, I get it. She don't want them to go out. I'm like, pause. I was in a relationship for a long time.
One of my friend's girlfriends didn't care.
Right.
But we knew she wouldn't care.
She wouldn't care. So I don't think that's a valid statement.
I think it, first of all, you do what's best for your relationship. Just gonna put that out there. Each relationship is different. I have not necessarily seen it work.
What?
The strict girlfriend situation.
Okay.
For the people that I've seen previous to this, it's just never been me. And I've been in situations where guys that I've been dating or talking to or whatever have been like, oh, well, why didn't you say anything? My thing is, I should not have to tell you how to behave or act as an adult in a relationship. So if you want to go out and do something crazy, reckless that might ruin your relationship, that's a decision that you made because you were a critical thinker and an adult. And you might have went to the same college as me, so you might have got the same education.
I think for me, because I've never been the girl who you, like, I gotta ask my girl for permission. Because my first thing is gonna be like, do you not want to go or you just want to tell me? Like, because I'll be there for you. Like, nah, my girl said we got something to do. My wife, let me not operate in the spirit of girl. Let me operate in the spirit of wife. You know what? Let me check with my wife. Honey, do you really want to go? No, I don't really want to go. And I've been telling them that I don't want to go. This is the 5th time I push it off. I got you. You know what? We got something planned this weekend. Like, I can do that, but I can't, like, you ain't got to ask me for permission.
I mean, I think I could see if it's really a continuous thing and you're like, okay, we have goals to work towards, or you promise you were going to stay in this weekend, or, you know, if there's certain things, like if
why do you have to promise to stay in this weekend?
If your man is out ripping and running the streets and you ain't heard or really talked to him in however long, don't. And, so let's not do that today, because podcast to get even messier.
Let's take it up a notch.
I was like, if you have not seen or heard or talked to your guy, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna spend the weekend with you, and then all of a sudden y'all are spending the weekend together, and it's like, oh, I'm actually gonna go out with the boys, and it's kind of like, well, hold on now. This is my weekend that we had planned together. No, I want you to go. That I can see.
That's different. But I'm like, if you take care of home and you make sure, what did I used to say? I used to say, as long as my love tank is full, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Like, I remember, like, going to a bar because his friends had called me and let me know that he was too drunk to drive. That man was not drunk at all. Okay. At all. But I'm like, you don't have a problem with him getting drunk? No. And I don't know if it's my naivete.
Yeah, I think we're very trusting.
I'm like super trusting. Like, I will trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. So
it's like you chose to do this with me. Like, I feel like relationships are a choice.
Come on.
And they continue to be a choice, whether you're married or you're, you know, dating or courting or whatever. Yeah. Or you're a friend. Like, friendships are a choice. Yeah. So it's like you chose to be in this partnership with me. Because you asked me to be here.
Because you asked me to be here.
You asked me to be here.
I wasn't begging you to be mine. Be clear.
Ding, ding, ding. And so it's kind of like, once we're in that relationship or we've come to this agreement, I'm gonna do my best not to doubt you based on past situations or anything like that. I'm gonna move how you've shown me that you move.
And when you say past situations, you mean situations with other men.
Yes, with other men.
Not
like something outside of this relationship. Like, I feel like if you get in a relationship, start with a good, clean slate. You chose to be with that person. Give them the trust that you think they're deserving of. Hopefully it's a lot of it. Yeah. Every relationship is different. Do you, boo-boo?
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like, because for me, how do you feel like you operate in trust? For me, I'm going to give you, and some people don't operate this way. And we talked about this. Like, I always start and then stop and then start and then stop. I give my trust, like, you will have all of my trust. Like, if we're together, you have it. Yeah. But if you lose the trust, it's very hard to get it back. Yes. It's very difficult to get it back. How do you operate that way?
I think I'm a slow build to trust. Like, in the dating process, it's a slow build to trust. And then once you have my trust, it might take a few times for me to, like, really be like, unless you do something that is a clear break of it, where it's not a miscommunication issue. It is like you did this thing and you are breaking my trust. Not like, oh, I haven't heard from you and you out here, like your phone died, you just decided not to communicate or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And I'm off like, oh, he with other bitches and he got all this stuff going on. No.
You don't go there.
I don't go there. I don't
Okay.
jump there. I jump, you like a girl, I jump to you in a ditch. Probably like, you not okay. Something negative
I do.
happen.
I've definitely done that. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I think I'm kind of like the type of person that will give people multiple tries. In order to be like, okay, because I've always said, you don't know what's gonna bother me unless I tell you what's gonna bother me. So you could do something that.
You talking about in a dating situation or like a relationship?
In a relationship. So you
Okay.
could be in a relationship after, 3 months of dating, like courting somebody, like you're courted, and as life goes on, situations come up that you've never been in before. So because we haven't come to that crossover before, you move how you think is acceptable to move.
Okay.
Which might not be acceptable to me.
Okay.
And if I do not correct you in that situation or say, hey, that has bothered me, but I take away my trust, I don't think that's okay.
That's not fair. I give you that.
That's just like it. I will give you another like, okay, this bothered me. I'm gonna speak on it. Now, if you decide to do it again, then we'll have a real issue. But if it's a one-time like, oh, you've been traveling for, like you've been on the road for whatever, what have you, and you didn't text me when you got in because after you were off the road for 16 hours, you were exhausted, went to sleep. For me, that's like okay, hey.
I need you to let me know
that you made it home okay.
Okay.
And then it's like,
I thought you want to take it like a different, like,
no,
because some
like,
shit you know is going to bother me.
Oh, yeah. No, some shit you do, but I'm just saying, like, the stuff that I might not know.
Like the small things.
Yeah.
Little things.
And I don't think you should take your trust away from them. Now, if you jump into a relationship and you're already basing it off of past relationships, or you feel like that person is the type of person that needs somebody to put their foot down, that's not the person for me. But some people, that's the person that they need in life. Because I've been in that situation where they've been like, well, why didn't you say nothing? Because I'm not going to. You should have known better.
Some things I think people should know better.
You should have known better. Like, should you be on a dance floor for 30 minutes while I'm over here at the bar and you dancing on other women? No. That's a clear violation, sir.
Yeah.
And
I'm pray me out of this, because I'm the type that's gonna be like, you did 30, let me take it up a notch. But I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
I try not to.
I hate to see it. You gotta be there.
I tried not to. The other thing, I think this is the last part that I'm gonna. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about strict girlfriends. Everybody who saw that situation happen was talking about that situation. And I don't know what it is about me, but I'm never going to have someone else talking about me and my man and our relationship, or doubting it, or saying like, well, why is he putting up with that? Why does she feel like she needs to do that? Like, and it's a strict girlfriend, strict boyfriends. Like, we're never going to, I'm not going to be, we're not going to be a topic of conversation. Like that.
Not in that way.
Not in that way. Because that was embarrassing. Because we were like, whoa.
I've seen it multiple times. In multiple venues.
With the same couple?
Different. I don't be around that couple. Different couple. They out of that relationship now.
Oh, okay. I was like, who is she talking about?
But yeah, it's also, I'll say this, like, as a last thing, it's not only draining for the couple, I feel like it's also draining for the people that are around you consistently.
Because you don't know what to do. Like, it's not fun anymore because it's been this big couple blow up, and I'm like, okay, like, no one can laugh because you don't want to, it's like you walking on eggshells, and I'm like,
it's
I'm not
awkward.
even in it.
Or because you're seeing your friend in a situation where you know that they're not happy, and it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna continue to support my friend. However, this is rough. This is rough, and it is, as somebody that's been on the other side, I've got cursed out for my friend by said girlfriend, and I was like, just because I just happened to be holding the phone, and I was like, I don't what we're not gonna do anymore is this. It's like, I want out of this relationship. This ain't none of my business. I'm just here.
And I think, you know, therapy is a beautiful thing because you really need to assess why that bothers you. I have my theory on why it bothered her, but I don't know if I want to share it.
Nope, not on this. I will say some people do like situations like that. Some people, guys claim to like, or women claim to like, you know, strict partners or crazy partners, or they want a little spice. They like that form of toxicity, that spice of life where
I think
you can't wear this or you can't have that, or I don't want you to go out here, do whatever, what have you. Some people like that energy. So, do you?
To each his own.
Cheers.
It's VJ.
James.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Bye.